Hello everyone, welcome back to Artist Archives. My name is Nikki and this is another video taking you along some moments in my life this week. I'm currently sat here and I'm reading through this book called The 4-Hour Work Week. It's very sunny if you can't already tell, but I'm loving it. The sun makes such a difference on my mood. I feel so much happier already. Does anyone else feel like that? Comment down below if you feel like that, because that is, the second the sun is out, I just feel so much better and I really feel that difference. The book is really good. It's by a man called Tim Ferriss. I read this years and years back and I'm rereading it because I loved it so much the first time I read it. However, I'm older and I'm wiser by God's grace, and now I can apply more of these concepts to my own life and to my business. I feel like I should update you. I just finished editing and uploading my solo writing retreat vlog. So I was in Glasgow some weeks back, and then I've just had a really busy week last week. On Sunday I had a film premiere of a short film that I acted in, which is exciting. I'll try and put the poster up here. And yeah, it's been just a really incredible couple of weeks and we're back on the weekly videos. Lego. So this morning I was listening to a podcast called The Thriving Christian Artist, and I highly recommend it if you haven't listened to it already. Maybe I'll try and put like a little picture, or I'll link it down below in the description. It's absolutely fantastic. And the topic of that episode was how he, the podcast host, makes space every morning to listen to God and to hear from God. And I was listening to it and it really inspired me, because he was talking about how basically, so if you identify as a freelancer or an entrepreneur, listen to that podcast. It is absolutely fantastic, like talking about faith, entrepreneurship, business, art. Like it's just it's beautiful. And yeah, one of the things he was saying was that like when he prays, like he will ask God about his business and like ask questions about it and be like, okay, what do I do? What's my next steps? All these kinds of things. And I feel like I do that. But then what he said is that he does this every morning, and then after he prays, he sits and makes space for God to respond. So he says like a lot of us just go about our usual day to day and we just go. Like we pray like, God help us, then we just go. But he will actually then sit and make space. And how he does that is that he makes space to listen. He opens his like ears, like so his physical ears, but also the eyes of his heart, which is his imagination. And he will sit and just really feel like, okay, am I hearing a word? Am I seeing an image? Like what is God communicating to me about this? And that prevents him from just like praying quickly, going about the day, and then like panicking halfway through the day, like, God, where are you in this? And what's my next step? And what's my next decision? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so great. That's so genius and brilliant. So I did that today. And oh my goodness, like just the best thing ever. Like I just sat, and for a while I was like, I'm really not hearing anything, and I was going frustrated. And I was like, no, but like I know God has things to say to me about my business, like let me listen. And then I heard him say like, write down the names, like some certain names. And I was like, okay. So I was writing down all these names and I was feeling like where is this going? Is this going anywhere? And then suddenly, from writing down these names, boom, a massive breakthrough. And I've just had such a major breakthrough in my business, and I'm so excited about it. And wow, so I'm just so grateful. Like I'm so grateful. God is so faithful to answer our prayers when we actively seek him. And I'm so glad that I listened to that podcast episode. Again, highly recommend it. The Thriving Christian Artist. It is chef's kiss, absolutely beautiful. Just bang on theology, bang on business advice, bang on creative advice. Like gushing about this podcast, it is incredible. And yeah, so massive breakthrough. So I'm going to sit down, do some more work now, and then I'm going to go for a walk and just clear my head, and then come back and continue. So I have so many thoughts in my brain right now and I'm so excited. God is so good. All right, it's vegan bacon time. I'm excited to try this. I've had vegan bacon before and it was amazing. This is a different brand. This is Richmond, so let's see. I think I burnt it a little bit, so it's too crunchy. a bit dry, but it's good. Just finished teaching my students. Oh man, that was like the best session. It was so much fun. Right, lights off. Hello, I am back home. Literally, I got back in. My groceries had arrived. They weren't meant to arrive till 10 p.m. I got in at like 2 minutes to 10. I'm so glad I went for the last delivery slot because, yo, I thought I'd be back home earlier, but it's a good job I gave myself margin after the show and stuff. So it was really lovely to go see the show. Actually, let's recap the day. So I went to teach my students at uni. I'm teaching the Acting for Screen course, and they are second year university students. And yeah, it was just such a good session. It was just such a good session. The students were amazing. Really enjoyed that. And then I went straight from there to a show, and I read the script for that show and offered some feedback. I did like a little bit of script editing, beta reading, some dramaturgical thought into it. It was really nice to see the play. She did so well, and yeah, I was so happy about it. Then I've just come home, poured myself a large glass of orange juice, change into something comfortable. I'm gonna have a snack, and I am going to do some journaling. I've been doing that a lot more recently. The details here. This is the show I went to go and see. It was really good. I love a good solo show. I thought it was really inspiring. It was about grief and the theatre makers' sort of exploration of faith and grief and like belonging and yeah, coming to the UK from Hong Kong. It was just really cool. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading The 4-Hour Workweek. I'm enjoying the reread so far, and I'll see y'all in a bit. I might not vlog tonight because I am actually so tired. It's been a full day. It's been a very full day. There were strikes as well, and you know, I could have cancelled my uni class, but I just said, you know what, like, I honestly love these students, and I was like, I'm going to make it there. I'm gonna make it on time, and I did make it on time. I got there early, miraculously. I had to get an Uber for the last part of the journey because, yeah, the trains weren't running. It was a whole drama, honestly, but God is good. The session went really well. I'm really happy with it, and it's been a really lovely, successful day. Just wrote myself a to-do list for the day. The fun thing about vlogging is that you really realize, like, it makes you pay attention to yourself in a slightly different way. So for example, I know that there was a vlog that I posted a little while back, which was also a weekly vlog, and it got to this point in the week and I made myself a green smoothie and I was feeling exhausted, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've made myself a smoothie and my body is feeling really tired again. And I'm realizing, oh my goodness, do I have a pattern of just really pushing myself through the week and then being exhausted at the end of it? I don't take Saturdays off, so it's also like, yeah, it just made me notice. It's interesting. My to-do list, shall I share with you? I'm trying this new thing where I write down the most important things of the day, and then I write down like a middle tier, and then I write down an other tier. Today I've just done the most important and the middling. I want to print off my script today. I finished writing a script last week and I want to reread through it and start edits. I've got a secret thing that I'm not going to talk about. I've got some business planning to do. I've got some thinking into my business to do. I've got a secret thing that I'm not going to talk about. And another, wow, there's a lot of secret things. And then middling, I've put, I want to have a finance day and book in all my monthly activities. So yeah, just business finances, get them all sorted and in and written and stuff like that. And then monthly activities is things like dance classes. Well, monthly activities is more things like singing classes, acting classes, all of that. Just schedule them all in for the rest of the month. And then I've got a show tomorrow. I wrote a show, it's being performed tomorrow, which is really exciting. And I want to message the director today and just organize a time to sit in for an hour on the rehearsal online, just to jump in and watch it. I've already been in the room, so I don't need to be there today. They haven't budgeted for me to be in there today, so, but just out of, you know, it would just be good to see where they're at. Yeah, and I'll take you along tomorrow to go see the show. This is tropical fruits and spinach and almond milk. It's decent. It's all right. 42. Cool. And I'm about to read through it in its entirety for the first time, and I'm very, very excited about that. I'm just gonna make some big picture edits as I read through. Yeah, we're taking today lightly because I should technically take today off. So that's what we're doing. Got a hot drink, gonna read through my script, and yeah, I'll talk later. Just finished reading through the script. It's really, really good. And yeah, I've made some big notes, but mostly it's like the opening. I want to tweak the opening because it could just be more concise and better set up. It's so funny because I was anticipating this to take 40 pages and it took me 40 pages and a few lines. So that's incredible. Like, I really was like, this will take 40 pages, and it basically took 40 pages. I'm impressed. That's how long it was in my brain before I even wrote anything down on paper, and it was exactly that. Oh, someone be knocking out the door though.